Jackie. Yes, and I believe we have quorum, but I'll let you do roll call. Thank you, Mayor Sohi. Morning. Good morning from Council Chambers. Just before we begin, I would like to go over the emergency response plan. If there is a need to evacuate, I would just remind everybody to go through the nearest safe exit. Those in the gallery behind me should take direction from security, and Council, if you please follow me. When you do evacuate the room, please do go down the stairwells to ground level and exit the building. Do not take an elevator or walk through the city room. If anybody has limited mobility, please do identify yourself to security. We're happy to help. And over to you, Mayor Sohi.
Well, good morning, everyone. I would like to call this meeting back to order. Do a roll call of council colleagues. Councillor Wright.
Good morning.
Councillor Knack.
Good morning.
Councillor Principe.
Good morning.
Councillor Stevenson.
Good morning.
Councillor Paquette. Councillor Tang.
Good morning.
Councillor Hamilton.
Good morning.
Councillor Rutherford.
Morning.
Councillor Salvador.
Good morning.
Councillor Carmel. Councillor Rice.
Good morning.
And Councillor Jans.
Good morning.
Okay, we have quorum, and we are on item 7.12, collective bargaining update, Edmonton Police Association tentative agreement ratification. And we're going to go to administration to walk us through the presentation, and then we'll go to questions.
Thank you, Mayor Sohi, and good morning, Council. So we're pleased to bring forward a recommended tentative agreement with the Edmonton Police Association for Council's ratification. As advised on Wednesday, our 4 civic union contracts have been ratified. Our negotiations with the Edmonton Firefighters Union are progressing, and we're engaging with the Edmonton Police Service Senior Officers Association shortly. We will resume regular updates on collective bargaining in private in September. So joining us today are Michael Henry, who's a senior negotiator for the city and EPS, and folks from the Edmonton Police Service, including Kevin Colby, the acting chief administration officer, Rob Davidson, the executive director of Business Development Division, and Adam Norgett, the acting executive director of Human Resources Division. Today's presentation is in public, and we're happy to answer any questions on the terms of the agreement. Any financial or budget questions will be required to be in private. Now, we can present a presentation that we have prepared, or we can turn it over to Council for questions. Would you like to see the presentation, or just head straight into questions?
Like, if you can quickly just walk through what the agreement is.
That sounds great. So then what I'll do is I'll turn it over to Russell Smith, the Director of Labor Relations, to outline the proposed terms of the tentative agreement.
Thanks, Dennis, and good morning, Council. So on June 19th, we reached a tentative agreement with EPA, and EPA's membership voted in favor of accepting the tentative agreement on July 3rd. So to summarize, the tentative agreement includes a 4-year term, 2024 is 3.5. Thank you. 2025 is 3.75, 2026 is 3.75, and 2027 is 3.4%. There's no additional funding required for 2024 to 26. For 2027, there is no budget approved as this is outside the budget cycle. So by approving this agreement, you will be pre-committing a 0.58% tax increase in 2027. This increase will be built into the 2027 to 30 budget. In 2027, there's also additional monetary items that have been agreed to that we'll review on the next slide, please. So the other highlights include the creation of a new personal spending account, which replaces the current healthcare spending account and the boot and clothing allowance provisions. There's also the addition of glucose monitoring devices to the benefits package. And there is a joint commitment to work together to modernize the current equipment and clothing system. Next slide. So to recap, the EPA confirmed yesterday that the majority of their members voted in favor of ratifying this agreement, and today we recommend that Council vote in favor of ratifying the agreement on behalf of the City, which will result in a renewed 4-year collective agreement with EPA. Next slide, please. And that concludes our presentation on this item, and we'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have at this time.
Thank you so much. Councillor Wright, you exempted this. Would you like to move the recommendation, please?
Yes, please. I would like to move that the memorandum of agreement between the City of Edmonton and Edmonton Police Association dated June 17th, 2025, as set out on attachment 1 of the July 2nd, 2025, Employee and Legal Services Report ELS 03135 be approved.
Second.
Okay. You have any questions?
I do. I have one question in public, and then I think we'll have to move into private for financial question. The glucose monitoring device, isn't that already covered by the province? Under, like, just anybody is eligible for it?
There's a program that can be applied to, but this would provide the coverage that is already housed within the collective agreement in relation to certain equipment around diabetes. So it's actually a bit of a different coverage than what the province would offer.
Okay, I just want to check on that. And then I guess I'll move to go into private subject to...
So you have financial questions in camera? Because my understanding 24, 25, 26, it has no budget implications. Only 27 does.
Okay, so it is within the financial resources. Okay, then no, we don't need to move into private.
Okay, good.
So that was some good planning on everybody's part, right?
Okay. All right, Councillor Tang?
Yeah, well, again, as I do with every time we reach an agreement, congratulations. I know it's I imagine it's a lot of hard work on both sides. So thank you very much for the work to get to this point. I guess I just want to follow up on some of those additional pieces. I have to admit, I've not very familiar with policing benefits. Is like glucose monitoring, is that like a specific first responder thing? No.
No, that's it's specifically equipment to monitor blood glucose levels for diabetics.
Okay.
So it's not specific to any particular class of the workforce. It's specific to the type of benefit and the type of
I see.
issue being monitored. Yeah.
Like that provincial program, is that open to any workers then?
I don't have additional details of the province's program besides what I shared.
Because I have to say that this is the first time I'm seeing that, and then the additional boot and clothing allowance, is that typical for it to be separate benefit program?
So those allowances did set aside money specifically for boots and different clothing. What's happened here is there's been an agreement to collapse that and create a personal spending account that has more flexibility for
That encompasses all of that.
Right, that can encompass it, and it just allows for greater employee choice.
Okay, and we do that for other workers?
There are other provisions in our other collective agreements that align to boot allowance as example.
I see. Okay, great. Thank you for clarifying that. And then the third point about the commitment of working together for sorry, what's that last piece?
Yeah, so just to modernize, there's a commitment by EPS and the EPA to work together to modernize the current equipment and clothing system. So that's separate and aside from the clothing allowance.
Yeah.
And that's looking really to balance the needs of more junior members in terms of their clothing and equipment, and the more senior members. So there's some work that they need to do together to create that. So it's not part of this agreement other than just the commitment to look at that and
Okay.
create something together.
I guess I was wondering what that would look like, so thank you for that. And then, again, is that standard? And or is that specific for like emergency and first responders?
Yeah, that would be one that's specific to the emergency services and first responder segment.
Again, not familiar with the space. I'm curious why.
So maybe what we can do is ask if any of our friends
Yeah.
from the Edmonton Police Service can provide more specifics.
Sure. Just because I don't really see this very often, right?
For sure. My name is Kevin Colby. I'm the acting Chief Administrative Officer with EPS. So what we're trying to do is really modernize the way that we issue uniforms to police officers. So we're dealing with a program that really dates back decades, where officers, when they first enter the service, they're issued a certain number of items so they can do their job. And then they were allocated a certain number of points, which allows them to purchase items over the course of their career. Typically what happens under this older system is it takes officers a while to catch up, so they don't necessarily have all the things that they need at the front end of their job. And over the course of their career, they continue to acquire points. So what we want to do is modernize it so officers have what they need at the front end of their job, and then things are replaced on a replacement basis, as opposed to officers trying to get all the kit that they require early on. And then as they hit the mid part of their career, they have all these points that are sitting basically like in a uniform bank that they can't utilize. So we've got a real opportunity in front of us to basically modernize the way that we issue equipment, but also the way that we manage our budget, so we can, use the money that we have in a more effective way to provide officers the equipment that they require over the span of their careers.
Gotcha. Thank you for that
You're welcome.
clarification. And then finally, we don't know what the vote exactly was, do we?
Actually, we do know that EPA was able to share that 74% of the membership voted and 98% were in favor.
Excellent. That's pretty high voting turnout, I think. Great. Again, thank you all very much for this work.
Thank you so much. Any other questions? Don't see any. So congratulations to our city administration, EPS, as well as EPA for getting this agreement. And I'm going to go to Councillor Wright if you have any closing remarks. Anyone else to speak? Councillor Paquette, go ahead, please.
Yeah, just quickly. I'm really glad we got to this agreement. It's really nice to see the labor negotiations going extremely smoothly. That's a great testament to the fact that not only from our city administration, but it seems that all of the people who serve this city really have a will to move forward and to ensure that the primary focus is service to Edmontonians, and that is not unnoticed, and it's incredibly appreciated. And just a quick note for the front line, they're expected to do so many things. Like the job has changed radically since 2019. I will say that I've often reflected on how the public and sometimes even council are expecting the front line to be everything to everyone in need. That's a huge responsibility, and of course, for some folks, they don't always get it right. We know this. But for the vast majority, I can say that from what I have witnessed and what I've heard, they're doing an exemplary job. and meeting new recruits and seeing their passion and their care for community, especially my community in Belvedere. I can tell you we've got some incredible folks assigned there and in the entire Northeast. They care about community deeply, and it shows. They come to talk to me about issues that individuals are having. That's how much they know the community. They're on a granular level. Or about, impediments to doing their job to ensure that people are safe. They're active and communicative, and you can see their passion to serve every single day. So, it's something they probably don't hear very often, especially from this level of government. So I just wanted to make that note. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Paquette. Councillor Wright, to close?
Thank you very much. And again, just echoing all the gratitude that we have to our negotiators and to the service who's going through a little bit of a transition themselves right now. So thank you very much for that, for managing this and getting this to a good decision. And as Councillor Paquette has also noted, I think this does show how we do value not just this council administration, but I think also Edmontonians value the work that our police service does for us. So with that, let's close or let's vote.
Thank you. All right, please vote.
Yes.
Thanks, Councillor Jans. We have all the votes.
Display the votes, please. That is carried. So this was the only item remaining, right? Any notices or motions without customary notice? Yes. Councillor Stevenson, you have one? Oh, no, we already did that. We done? Oh, we done now?
You're done. You're done.
Yeah, I can call the meeting to be adjourned then?
You can so call this to be adjourned.
Okay, we are adjourned. Wow.
We'll be back at 10:30.